Hi, welcome to this session on Introduction to Market Research and Competitor Analysis. In this session, we will learn about what is market research and competitor analysis and importance of this research and analysis, especially in this digital environment where we are using all the digital methods of communication. So, for example, let's start with why we do market research and competitor analysis, right? So, first of all, whenever we want to start any business or whenever we want to start any promotion or anything, not only specifically for education but even outside the education, these are the things that we have to do. So why we do it? To know what students are looking for, because this is very important. If you are offering a dance class or if you are offering a tuition class, so you should be able to find out what exactly they are looking for and what you can offer. Again, this is very important to know the market potentials. What is the overall market potential of particular segment? To know the competitor strength. So again, with the help of this, you will get to know how many competitors are there and what are their strengths. And the best part is why we do competitor analysis and market research, because with this we will enable to best practices that our competitors are adopting, because this is the best ground for you to learn, because our competitors, they are there since last 5 years, 10 years. So possibly if you do an in-depth analysis on them, you will learn a lot many good practices that they have adopted. And again, this research will also help you to know about the new market. So now let's take you to the next slide. And traditionally, how we do research. So I think the first start with we start talking to the friends and we collect their feedback, what exactly they are thinking, and then again we start talking to students and parents, what exactly they are thinking, what are their aspirations, what they are looking for, whether they need such kind of services or not. We visit competitors' place. I am sure any one of you have started something. You might have visited to your competitor place by taking some of your friends or your kids in your family and inquired with your competitor what exactly they do. And the last one is talking to experts. It can be faculty member or it can be anyone in your area who is expert. This is the traditionally we do research for our business. And now, for example, let me take you how we do it. For example, you want to start a dance classes. So what research will you do before you start this venture? So now let's go by one. So first of all, we go and visit that particular dance class, which is there nearby area of your place or wherever you want to start. And we will see the physical infrastructure, what kind of, how much investment they have done for that particular classes, and what is the area, and what is the look and feel of that area, from where people are coming and everything. So you go and find out everything, what kind of ceilings they have, flooring they have, what kind of infrastructure inside in and out. So you just go and collect that information, because you know this is the thing that you may also need in case you want to start. Second, you go and check the student profile. So many students are coming over there, so you check whether most of the students are teens, or they are the kids, or working professional, or they are the senior citizen. Who is the target audience who are coming in that dance classes? So this is the way you will able to identify the student profile. Then you see what are the popular courses over there, whether people are coming over there, are they learning traditional dance, or they are learning belly dancing or hip hop. So you go and find it out, what are the popular courses, because this is where you will able to start thinking, okay, what you want to offer, right? Or for example, if you want to offer Zumba classes, then you just see, okay, why people are coming to that particular class to learn Zumba. Then this is very important, the marketing communication, what marketing communication they are using. So this is their leaflet, flyer, what kind of hoardings they have, what kind of communication, in case if they are putting that communication in media. So this is the way you go and collect the information in the physical world. And these are couple of more things. Again, you try to identify how many students are enrolling, what is the fee, how much fee they are charging, and again we go and talk to couple of students to check the review of the class, like what exactly they are talking about that class. So those are the couple of things that we do as a market research and competitor analysis before we start. And I'm sure there may be more aspects, but these are the most important one. Now let me go in the digital world. What analysis we can do in the digital world? We do the analysis of digital assets, because this is the thing, even we talk about now in this digital world, digital asset has more value than the physical assets. We have already seen how Baiju, who does not own many of the physical assets like a big ground or 100 acres of land, but they have the digital assets like their website, their mobile app. Similarly, other people, those who are increasing their business, they have the digital assets. So now more and more people in the education business, they are focusing on the digital assets. So here again we have just summarized. Website is one of your digital assets. Facebook is your digital assets, Facebook business page, and you can see how many followers or how many likes you have. YouTube channel is your digital assets. Google reviews or other reviews are your assets. LinkedIn page. So these are the different assets that you have. So now in the digital world, when we are going to do the competitor or market research, we have to go through their websites, their Facebook business, YouTube channels, Google review and LinkedIn page and see what exactly they are doing. And second, we have to see their marketing communication, what exactly they are communicating, from where they are getting their leads, their business. So again, here we will see Google search ads, display ads, social media ads, promotional emails and video ads. So we'll go one by one in this session only. And lastly, why we do online research? First of all, it will help us which digital assets are popular, right? So they have so many things. YouTube they have Facebook page, they have websites. So by going through their different assets, you will get to know which of their assets are more popular, and possibly you may be able to figure it out where you have to focus on. Then also what people are searching out for to find the competitors, because this is also will help you. If you go through their digital assets, you know what people are looking to find your competitors, what keywords they are using it, what people are liking on their websites, on their assets, because this is the same thing that possibly you would like to include in your website as well. And which videos are doing good, because so many videos are there. When you're going to start, you may not start everything from the day one. So you will see which videos are doing good, which social media posts people are liking, and what are the different sources of online traffic on their website. Whether students are coming by typing on Google search, or whether they are coming because somebody has referred to them, or they are coming because of Facebook advertisements. Why people are coming onto their websites. So this is the reason we do the online search. And again, the most important part is we learn the best practices, what exactly they are doing, because this is a fantastic learning ground for you to learn from the competitors what exactly they are doing, so that you don't have to experiment for 1 year or 2 years to identify which are the assets on which you work, or which are the marketing communication on which you have to focus. So this is the excellent learning ground. Now what I'm going to take, I will take you to Simplilearn. They are one edtech company and offering many courses. So what exactly we are going to do, we will go and see their website, LinkedIn page and all other digital assets. So let me take you through Simplilearn. So I think I have already opened their website. So here is simplilearn.com. So this is their website, and this is the thing that you will see, world #1 online bootcamp. And what is their communication? So we just start finding out what exactly they are communicating. So I don't want to say you always have to see competitors which are very far ahead of you. What exactly we are learning over here? What is the way, what to look for, right? So for example, as of now we are there on the website. Similarly, if you have a competitor who are there in school medium, so go to their website, just see what exactly they are doing, what they are writing, what is their communication, right? So what kind of tie-ups they have. So this is the way you can see their tie-ups, what different courses they are offering, and different other medium. Again, their feedback and reviews, you will see everything. Similarly, if you go, you will see some resources. So not only they are offering all the information related to the courses, but many recorded webinars are available over here. So for example, if I go and see data analytics, so here I can see lots of articles are available, even ebook is there, right? So if I click onto it, possibly I may get an ebook on data analytics. Similarly, articles on digital marketing and IT security and management. So various articles, ebooks, webinars and videos there, because this is the way I am showcasing how intelligent I am, what kind of resources I have, and how I'm going to help you as an institute. So this is the thing that we have to look on their website. And now we'll go down. Let's see what different assets they have. Right, so here you will see their different digital assets. So let me click on their Facebook. So if you click on their Facebook, this is their Facebook page, right? So again, same communication is there, and here we can see how many people are there who are liking their page or following them. And again, if you go over here, you can see what kind of post they are sharing in their audience, what kind of interaction they have. So this is the thing that you can do the analysis of your competitors, what exactly they are promoting. Yes, so many posts are available over here. Then what we'll do, we will go and we will check their YouTube. And again, in the session which will happen after this, your competitor session, the live session that we are going to conduct, where we are even will see, for example, if you are there on the website, so we will see different analysis which are not available on front. Different tools are there which will give you excellent information on their website, from where people are coming to their website, how much time they are spending on their websites. So many information is available, and we will be using lots of different tools to identify the merits or demerits of their website, what good they are doing, and how they are promoting themselves from behind as well. So as of now, we are seeing everything from the front. In the class, we will see everything from the behind. So this is their YouTube. On YouTube, we can see they have 1 million subscribers, which is nearly about 10 lakh subscribers they have. And we can go to their videos. Here you will see all the videos. And the best part, better you go and see which are their popular videos. If I go and I click on sort by most popular, here I can identify, okay, which are their most popular videos. So again, from here, if you go through their videos, you can identify what exactly they are going good, what kind of videos are working. So now next, after YouTube, we can go to their LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is again a social media like Facebook, but Facebook is there for family members, friends, relatives, everyone is there. Instagram is there for teenagers. Most of the young crowd you will find on Instagram, and LinkedIn is there for working professionals. So all the professionals you will find are there in LinkedIn, right? So LinkedIn is one of the major networking site for all the working professionals. So since Simplilearn is offering most of the courses to working professionals, so they have created their LinkedIn page, and here you can see they have 228,000 followers on their LinkedIn, and you can see what exactly they are doing, different posts that they are promoting, and likes, and what kind of posts they are promoting. So all the information related to this will be available on LinkedIn. And let me see if anything else that I would like to share. Okay, another thing is there which I said, Google reviews. These are very important. So for example, let me go in, yeah, this is here Simplilearn Bangalore, because I know Simplilearn office is there in Bangalore. So I have already written Simplilearn Bangalore office. So if you just click onto it, you will get something like this. So sometimes this information will come on the right hand side, or here as of now it is available over here. Let me click on this Simplilearn, and here I can see their Google review page. So let me click onto this part as well, and let's see what kind of Google business page they have. So here we can see they have got nearly about 3,700 reviews with 4.7 rating. So this is the excellent work that they are doing, and this is the way we can see the these are the digital assets. And as of now, we are seeing the front part of the digital assets, what exactly they are doing, what kind of communication they are promoting. Now the next we will see, which I have told you, is marketing communication. So now in the next 5 minutes we will see what is Google Ad, what is Google Search Ads, and what Simplilearn is doing, what are display ads and what Simplilearn is doing, what are the social media ads, what are the promotional emails, and what are their video ads. So now let's go and understand what are different marketing channels or different marketing campaign in different platforms started by Simplilearn. So we'll start with Google. So before we type something on Google, let's see a couple of courses which Simplilearn is promoting. So if you go over there, one of the course which they are promoting is data science. So what we will do, here we will type data science course and we'll see. So here once I typed data science course, we can see the advertisement put up by Simplilearn. This is called Google ads. These ads are directly put up by Google. These are called Google search ads, and these are very powerful way of promoting your business or getting business for your company. And if you go down, other advertisements are also there, and if you go down, then you will start finding some organic searches. These searches are these results are free, but these results are paid. This is called Google Ad Search. If I click onto it, it will take me to the website of Simplilearn. So here I am on their website, and again nearly about one has to pay 50 rupees to 100 rupees for such kind of click, but it varies from different courses to courses, different keywords to keywords. It may start from 5 rupees to 500 rupees. And again Simplilearn has to say Google on which keyword they want to show this ad. So this is the Simplilearn has to select, okay, I want to show my ad whenever somebody is searching for data science course. And let me see, just I'm writing now data science. So here if I write data science, again they are promoting this course on data science. What does it mean? Simplilearn might have given two keywords to Google, data science and data science course. Let me delete science as well. If I click on data, we don't see any ads, right? So basically in search ad, we have to tell Google on which keyword, whenever somebody will type which keyword they will type and on which keyword Google should show my ad. So this is completely, we have to decide on which keyword we want to target. So these are called Google search ads. Another most powerful ads are display ads. Display ads you might have seen on various websites. So whenever you visit any news portals, blogs, you always see different kind of advertisements like this one. This kind of advertisements are called display ads. So here this is a display ad. If you go down further in Times of India, you will see more display ads. So I think you might have seen this kind of thousands of display ads while browsing different websites and blog. So again, there are two types of display ads that generally you will find on any of the website. So this is, for example, this is an ad, or this is an ad. You will see this is an ad directly put up by Times of India on their website. So there are two ways of putting the ad on any of the portal. Either I can directly talk to the publisher. So here publisher is Times of India, and I will say, okay, for per click I will pay you 1 rupee or 2 rupees, or Times of India will say, if I put your display ad on my website, I will charge 1000 rupees for 1000 clicks. So this is the it will work. Another way of showing your display ads is through Google Ads. So what I can do, I can also ask Google and I can target this ad through Google as well. So I'll just show you some example of Google Ads on Times of India website. This is another way of putting the ads on Times of India websites. So here we can see one ad put up by Google, right? So basically here what is happening through the with the help of Google has created one platform where with the help of Google Ads, right, I can target Times of India website. Now here in this case, how I get to know this advertisement is from Google? If I click onto this, I can see ads by Google, right? So that is why this ad is from Google. So if I click onto this ad, so both Times of India and Google will make the money, right? So that is the difference here. This ad was directly put up by Times of India, this one. So here only if I click onto it, only Times of India will make the money. But if I click onto this is an ad put up by Google, and here if I click onto this ad, both Times of India and Google will make the money. So why I would like to put ads by Google, not directly on Times of India? Because for example, if I have to put my ads in on 20 different websites, so for as a consumer it becomes very difficult to talk to 20 different publishers and put that. But Google will provide you the opportunity from one single campaign. We can put ads on multiple or hundreds of websites. So these ads are called display ads. And now we wanted to see the Simplilearn ads. So not possible for me to see every time Simplilearn ads on the website. So here I can show I've just saved Simplilearn ads. So these are the display ads which Simplilearn has shown on Hindustan Times, so I captured those ads at that time. So these are called display ads, and these are the display ads of Simplilearn. And this is after this we will go and check Simplilearn ads on social media. So again, a company can put their advertisement on social media. So let me take you through one of the campaign on social media. So here if I go down, here you will see one ad by SEMrush, and this is an sponsored ad. If you go down, we may see more advertisement on your page. So let me go down. Adcast. So this is another advertisement which is there available on my page. So different ads are available, and different companies are targeting individual on their social media profile with the help of these advertisements. And now we want to check these Simplilearn ads. So basically there is another way of checking Simplilearn ads, because again it is difficult for me to get to see Simplilearn ads directly over here, because it is up to Simplilearn to target me or not. So through some other channel I have just collected different advertisement for competitor analysis of Simplilearn. So again, this how I reached to this we will discuss in the class. So here you can see different kinds of advertisement put up by Simplilearn on data science. Since as of now we are just looking for data science course, so these ads are called social media ads via Facebook. Now another very popular channel on social media is LinkedIn. So if I go on LinkedIn, this is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very popular social media for working professional. So in general, different social media platforms are there. LinkedIn is very popular for working professional. If I have to target SGFC employee, if I have to target data scientist or anyone related to their work, you will get everyone on LinkedIn. Similarly, if I have to target general population in large, right, it will be available on Facebook, generally above 18. If I have to target teenagers, students, generally they are available on Instagram, another social media platform. So this is the way we can use our strategies. Now here we are there to see LinkedIn Simplilearn ads on LinkedIn. So here I can see some ads. If I go down, similarly the way we have seen ads on Facebook, we will see ads on LinkedIn as well. So let me go down. So here on LinkedIn I can see one ad of BMW which is there on my profile. So now we want to see Simplilearn ads. So I have just saved couple of Simplilearn ads. Again, this is we will see when we learn competitor analysis in the live session. So here you can see different ads put up by Simplilearn on LinkedIn on related to data science. So this is another platform of advertisement. Now we will see the video ads. So for example, to see the video ads, generally video ads are directly from YouTube. So about 90% of the video ads you will find on YouTube, and here I am there on YouTube. And whenever you play any video on YouTube, you always see different kind of promotional ads over there. So even as an individual or as a company, we can put up our ad over there. So this is an ad put up by Simplilearn on YouTube, right? So this is the way we can do it. Now the last one, another video which is available to us or to anyone, it's email promotional. So basically what happened, how company engage their customer or their audience with email. So we will see. So let me go to my account, and here let me write Simplilearn, and if I type Simplilearn, I see lots of email from Simplilearn. And now you would be wondering why I'm getting this email from Simplilearn, because I might have gone on to their website and filled up some details on their websites, like might have given my email address or mobile number on their websites, like request more information on this form. So once you give this information, we start getting emails from them. So here different emails are available from Simplilearn. So these are the different ads. So these are the different ways a company can target individual, and we have to for the competitor analysis, we should go to all their different mediums. It can be Google search ad, display ads, then social media ads, video ads which are there on YouTube, and even on email. Largely these are the most popular mediums of giving the paid advertisements. So that's all. So even I'll request everyone, after you close this video, just go and see different promotional activities so other companies, not necessarily Simplilearn, on different channels, so you start understanding what all different options are available to an individual to promote their brand. Thanks a lot.